Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode we helped Nenio by going to the Nameless Ruins, and we found out she's a kitsune, which in and of itself is curious, but it fits her personality well. She didn't even remember she was a kitsune because she is so used to forgetting information that doesn't pertain to her research. So if it doesn't pertain to what she's curious about, it doesn't matter, she forgets it. So she forgot that she could change. But now she'll remember, and she's permanently a kitsune, but we'll keep her in her human form. And when we were traveling to in the inconspicuous camp, we ran into the Lepers' smile. And we're going to head on in. Danger and distress rest heavy upon the scales, their measure soaring on the dangerous march to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the bank of the West Selen, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly, a group of scouts returns. Anivia, the leader of the group, makes two urgent signs to the soldiers: wait and quiet. She dashes through the ranks to the commander, who awaits her report. We're in trouble, the girl whispers. The road ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we'll have to go down and then up to the other side, but the canyon is swarming with foul creatures, the scavers, a real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Looked like a caravan of refugees from Canabras that lost its way. No one has ever reported Viscavers so far from the center of the world wound. Where did they come from? Anivia bites her lip. They still haven't noticed us, but that won't hold true for long. Maybe if we retreat quickly. The commander makes a sign for her to stop. Find what else is known about the enemy. Those nasty little critters, they can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing, Anivia says in a rush. They got a queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror, but if we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter, and we'll take care of the rest of them. After hearing her scout's report, the commander prepares to convene a council to determine a plan of action. The commander and her companions convene a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there is no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. None utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. A swarm of omnivorous beasts just happens to be in the army's path. Someone has arranged this for their own nefarious ends. Rustling, grating, squeaking, humming. Everyone hears the voice of the swarm, though the sky before the army remains clear, for now. How long until it is darkened by the flying spawn of the abyss? An idea, a decision, straight and as sharp like a soldier's sword, appears in their minds. The Crusader Council grows grim. One unit must act as live bait to lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear the path to the Viscaver Queen. The commander will rush the monster, killing her quickly before the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. A dark question looms: who will lead the faithful squad and be consumed as bait? In moments of extreme stress, one often says one thing while meaning quite another. These hidden words often reveal many a curious thing. And what do we see here? Irabeth nobly states, I am an officer best suited for this mission. But in truth she means, I cannot burden another with my responsibility. Remy, send me. Nura the historian emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than the sword and armor. While she speaks, she thinks, I need to prove myself. The queen is yet to disclose her presence and watches quietly from a distance. I'm not going to send someone that doesn't... Irabeth's so much more important than Nura. Look into the faces of your companions. Wait, I don't get... what? Nura, Lan... Oh, okay, no, it just adds two more. I've eaten so many bugs in my life, it's only fair to give them a chance at revenge. The Mongol Lan hides his fears in plain sight. I'm a dead man walking already. A life such as mine is worthless. And silently he begs for more. Sacrifice me or give me a chance to prove myself. The ones who distract the swarm will need a healer, so Seal is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the scavers alive. The rest of the council remains silent. This silence is filled by a chorus of there are others better suited, and the commander needs me alive. Does the commander hear these unspoken words? What will they lead her to decide? The faithful troop will be led by Lan. I have faith in you, Lan. The commander and her party disappear among the rocks, preparing to slip down into the canyon, while the swarm is distracted by their bait. A tight-lipped Anivia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. Thinking upon what he's just learned about Viscavers, Lan orders the squad to remove their armor. It won't protect them from the beast, but it will affect their speed and stealth. The soldiers hesitate, outrage playing on their faces. This new commander is an underground savage, a subhuman, little better than a half-demon, and a snot-nosed kid besides, who's barely seen 24 summers. Who is he to dish out orders to veteran crusaders? And as they march towards certain doom to boot, but discipline reigns in their thoughts, and reluctantly they fall in behind him. The soldiers tread fearfully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon ahead. The rifts that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles, in thousands upon thousands of voices. Viscavers gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack at any moment. The soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabris. A few strangling Viscavers wiggle inside the dead man's gaping chest. Tiny larvae and greenish shells, all shuffling legs and hinging jaws. They don't seem menacing at all. But then, the rasping noise stops for a moment, and a high vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of blackish-green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act has come. The leader of this faithful squad shouts that they shall maneuver and use cover. To the demons with this, one of the soldiers yells as he turns tail. I'm not going to let some mongrel lead me to my death. Giving in to panic, 3 more follow him. Lan never gets a chance to say a word before the cloud swarming overhead stretches out a tentacle of 1,000 of twisting Viscavers. They descend upon the first of fleeing soldiers and swiftly clean his bones. Lan manages to kick another fleeing man to a tight crevice before the Viscavers get him too. They are nearly upon his heels, even as the main mass of the swarm hangs in the air, ready to fall. The insects turn and attack another victim, but the mongrel rolls away and yells to his soldiers, "Follow me. Everyone who survives can personally punch my scaly snout." He dashes through the labyrinth of stones and cracks in little caves, a line of soldiers in tow. Relying on their speed and stealth, they leap up, then duck and hide again, luring the swarm away from the canyon. The cave dweller turns out to be much better at this deadly game than the ravenous swarm of Viscavers. Lan's heroism and skill inspire other soldiers to bravely join him in this bloody race. Temporary success holds no true hope for the faithful troop. Their foe is no great beast, but a million ravenous creatures bringing with them the eternal hunger of the abyss. To fight them was to cry upon the wind. Their only hope was to rely on their commander and hope that she was preparing to slay the swarm queen. What was happening down in the canyon at that very moment? Alright, let's kill this queen to save Lan. And I think we chose the right person for the job. I really do. Okay, let's bring Ember back. And then let's go to Ember.
Trust in yourself.
Why is she fatigued? Hold up.
I'll help where I can.
Leon hands her.
Can we rest, please? I'm tired.
Okay, we dispelled it.
We must stop this war. There's no hope, only us. The gods have abandoned. What was I saying just now? Wanna play together?
Okay. Let's start buffing.
I will lend you my aid.
Anything new?
No reason to pause.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
The world has suffered enough.
We'll make things right.
A bright future awaits us.
Okay, let's go. Commander, the base we've come for is on the other end of the main corridor. There's a lot of burrows and plenty of beasts in them, but you better not delve too deep. Our people won't hold out long enough for us to clear the whole area. On the other hand, I saw the bodies of some poor caravanners down one of the side holes. They have some valuable stuff on them. The bugs will eat anything we don't grab. They can't tell the difference between flesh and steel. Wait, so they're eating all the treasure while we're standing around talking? What are we hanging around for? Come on, there's no time to lose. Let's move. Good luck, I'm right behind you, covering your back. I'll catch up when it's time to deal with the queen. Okay. Then we cleared them out without too much issue.
I'm gone.
Go this way.
No time for debates.
Aim carefully.
Okay, let's grab some of these items. Ooh. Silky veil. Let's check that. The Bay troops suffer heavy loss. Okay, so we're trading troops for gear. This robe grants its wearer a +1 dodge bonus to AC and a +2 enhancement bonus to attack and damage rolls with unarmed attacks. Only a monk can wear it. Okay.
Follow my steps.
To battle, my friends!
Scabbard Swarm.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Current morale -2.
I refuse to accept their statement.
Time to share your treasures.
Look into the crevice. You stare into the darkness of the void, trying to make out where the strange sound is coming from. Not all at once, but your eyes pick out the contours of a body in the darkness. Someone small, perhaps a gnome, a halfling, or a child, rolled up in a ball at the bottom of the chasm. Under a stone ledge, he's crouched down, his head to his knees, and he's hugging his legs tightly. It appears to be one of the caravanners, caught by the swarm. He's crying aloud, one continuous tone, and it strengthens and it echoes through the crevice, blowing into something truly haunting. I can't see very clear from here, but I'm sure that poor lad won't last long without help. But every moment we delay, our people will suffer terribly. Shaylin saved me from such choices. No one can save us from such choices. No matter what we do, someone will suffer, always. Try to help the caravaner. Okay, we saved him. And some stuff probably came out with him, yeah?
Forwards. Into the fray.
You're irrelevant. I'll hit you.
Okay, let's charge in with the horse. Got it. We saved him. Or he can come back for you later. Okay. The Scabbard Queen.
We should move.
Boom.
Together we stand.
Okay, you have
That's
everything.
nice of you.
He's got his
My
on.
will is resolute.
Oh, yes, what? This war must end.
Okay. Check out the Scabbard Queen. For offense. She has a 25 spell resistance. Power attack, fast healing 5. Not sure what that does. I'm guessing she's healing 5 every turn. Interesting.
Don't mind me.
You require my unbiased opinion?
We should prepare.
We are the
Okay,
light.
let's go.
They are the darkness.
I can still fight. I failed you, friends.
Cover me, all right?
Killed it. Unleashing her last shriek, the Swarm Queen slumps to the ground. Immediately, as if by magic, the distant sounds of battle begin to subside. Several small beasts sit on their mother's bodies, sinking their mandibles into it. The canyon drowns in the waves of scent, a sweet soporific with a hint of light, like that crackle in the air before a storm. I can't breathe. I need some fresh air. Get me out of this disgusting hole. I've been taught to see beauty in the most unexpected places, but this creature is simply disgusting, no matter how you look at it. Just a brainless bug, and so many of our people died because of her. Just yesterday I was sitting by the fire with some of the people the swarm devoured. You smell it too, right? A suspiciously familiar stink? Aha! I bet my life that your gear had this nasty stench when we were entering the canyon. I saw the queen bug spraying it around to summon her spawn to her. By the way, do you know that smells are extremely effective in attracting attention not only in the insect world? For example, a tavern keeper in Canabras can, for 10 minutes, purposefully and doggedly search for a rotten fish that turns out to be in the pocket of his apron. Let's see if we can find the source of that smell among my equipment. Unit Nivea search through your things and quickly find the source of a smell. A thin handkerchief. Looks like it's been soaked in something like the Swarm Queen's slime. I'll be damned. When the queen was spraying the sweet-smelling goop around, the swarm flew to it like flies to jam. The chewed-up bodies of the caravanners smelled like this too. I checked. Commander, I think some rat planted that handkerchief on you to ensure that the Discavers would find you. Looks like I have enemies in Mendev and someone has decided to get rid of me. True, nobody likes upstarts. If you know what Erebus allies hissed behind her back when she was appointed head of the Eagles Watch. Anyway, we need to keep our eyes open. That handkerchief could have been planted in here by magic, but take it from a professional paranoiac. I think we got a rat in our camp. In Canabras, we squashed the cultists time and time again, but they were like maggots in a dead hog. Some could have infiltrated our forces too. We have to keep our eyes open and our guard up. It's time we got back to our people. I say we destroy the queen's body. I've heard the little bugs who eat the flesh of their mother can be reborn as swarm queens themselves. That's kind of the last thing we need, right? Fine. Anevia, get rid of the beasts' bodies. Great. Cleaning up after a fight is just what I like. We'll start here, and little by little we'll clean up the entire world with... Wow, you could literally use these guys as bait to get the demons. That's terrifying. It makes us no better than them. Anivia, Commander, what a relief, you're alive. I saw the swarm begin to thin and ran to you immediately. I promised somebody I'd let them punch me in the face if we lived through those bugs. There's no more bugs, but the guys are too good to exploit my generosity. They say I did as good as the commander. I did as good as the commander. The liars. I knew I could rely on you. What happened up there can be described in words, but you're the one who carried the day, Remy. There are many dead and wounded. To be honest, I feared the whole army was about to scatter. We've been in the world wound for such a short time, and already we've run into so much trouble. But what matters is that it's over. We've survived the trial and received our reward, albeit not without risk, but in the end, what is life without sacrifice? Oh dear, what are we going to do now? Since you're here, please take a look around. I found some paint and runes and the traces of something that seemed like a ritual. We need to figure out what this is. Definitely a demonic ritual to summon, most likely that Bisquay or Queen or whatever they are. The Scabbard Queen. Ha! Easily done. I'm no mage, unfortunately, but I'm in the habit of thoroughly documenting all descriptions of rituals and symbols from magic books, especially demonic ones. Someone very recently opened a portal to the abyss here and summoned someone. It's not difficult to figure out who they summoned. She's lying dead right here. I can guess who carried out the ritual. Handwriting is unique, even when it comes to runes. I examined the Great Garrison after. the Great Garrison after your success, documenting everything I found for Queen Galfrey. And I'm sure that the hand that drew the rune circle was the same in both instances. It's the work of the same spellcaster. Clever, to set a trap and exhaust us instead of fighting us openly. We shouldn't be afraid of demons. We lived through this little trap, didn't we? We'll overcome the next one too. We just need to keep forging ahead. Well, since we finished off the swarm and we know someone is giving us trouble, I suggest we get out of here. I'm done with bugs. Alright. The swarm is no more. Found a bow. A short bow.
Let us be careful.
The Hunter's Assurance. When the wielder of this +3 bleed composite shortbow confirms a critical hit with it, the enemy suffers a stacking -1 penalty AC until the end of the combat. Wow, that is really, really, really strong. So who's going to use a shortbow? You are. You're going to use that for now. D4 +2. With that effect alone, it makes it really, really useful. Honestly, that might even be worth the giving to. Who else can possibly use it? You know what? Not gonna give it to him. Pass on that. We'll give it to her. We're immune to bleeding. Well, why can't? Oh. Put that there. Put this to her. Alright. Let's go down, I guess. Oh, yuck.
The goddess protects us.
Let us bide our time.
Search for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
So
Yeah, it's
he's
on her.
restless. I wonder why.
Healing.
Rely on me.
Lay on hands. Yeah, let's just keep moving. Come on now.
The road awaits. Tread lightly.
I'm a little worried about heading down here. Thinking that there
They will
might be stronger enemies here.
Aim carefully.
Nice and easy. What's this? A boulder covering a secret tunnel. A
Be
white.
careful, everyone.
Who, me?
There we go. Let's Why is he using his bare hands?
I will
Let's-
lend you my aid.
Let's heal him.
Something here.
Something wrong? This is my kind of work.
Okay, got rid of that pretty handedly. A trap.
I shall not fail.
Holy water works.
Into the fray!
I'm always open to ideas.
Why is there all this water?
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Why is this happening to me? I'm not sure why it's happening to you, bud.
Mind over muscle.
This might be
I
the
will protect you with my life.
guy I'm thinking. My soul is rotting. It's riddled with worms and bugs. Gross. Got level
Stab
down.
you or zap you? Why not both?
Oh, they were just using long swords, huh?
I'm
Belts of
gone.
incredible dexterity. I think we already have one person wearing that. Another person wearing it isn't gonna... It's only gonna benefit, so let's give it to him.
Is that a trap? It might be a trap. I refuse to accept their
Stranger, kill the
statement.
stranger. Let her suffer with us.
Distract them from me.
Took care of him. Let's look around here.
I will fight.
Oh, what? Oh, what the fuck? Why'd they resurrect? At full health? No. Oh wait, Karen Wright. Garfield didn't res. No, yes he did. Oh my god, did it just get worse? As soon as your fingers touch the wand, a surge of energy courses through your body. A howling choir of restless soul deafens your very thoughts. Green light pours from your eyes. It can wrench soul from body if you so much as will it. The wand vibrates in your hand like it's alive. But no, it's certainly not, as you realize with amazing clarity, but there's definitely something inside and it's studying you closely. Break the ominous item. The wand clatters to the stone floor, breaking into. The sound seems grim and menacing, like the tolling of a funeral bell. Whatever was hiding in the wand, it did not appreciate such disrespectful thoughts. The green light fades as quickly as it arose. The choir of the dead quiets their howls. The power slips away, even as every part of your body protests against it. You vividly realize how fragile and fickle mortal flesh is. Oh my god, there's more.
The inheritor. Guide my blade.
Okay, we took care of them. And that, it seems that destroying that, wand caused this to stop. Helmet of Scrotia. There's a dam from a powerful blow on the bottom edge of the group plate. Once belonged to a Hell Knight. Interesting. So maybe these were Hell Knights before they died. But that guy had an elven
Follow
curved
my
blade.
steps.
Something over there.
What was that? That looked like a rapier. It is. Mind Piercer. This +2 cooldown rapier deals additional 1d6 piercing against enemies who are under mind affecting effects. This is a very cool. That was a very cool cave. And we got that helmet. Okay, it seems to be a quest item, possibly.
Let's head out.
So let's head out of this area into the rest of the cave. It looks like this was all just a hidden area, and we found it due to maybe our perception, or maybe the cave, the rock was like pushed open already, or maybe this person found it. Who knows?
Tread lightly.
Looks like there's a sword here. Long sword +2.
We should move.
We have the caver swarms here.
I will help where I can.
My tail is restless.
Let me help.
Are we ready to move out?
Can we cast haste again? Nope. Let's see invisibility communal.
Yes?
Let's use her to
I'll hit you!
attack this
We
swarm.
won't fall here.
And she missed.
I swear it.
No glory without risk.
Taken care of. Got a little messed up there, but we're okay in the end.
We'll make things right.
Let's cast healing on Remy. And healing on Woljif. Luckily though, we can do that without much issue. There's an athletics roll that we can do over there. What the fuck are you? A Darachni.
The world has suffered enough.
Anything new?
Now.
Trust in yourself. You won't stop us. I won't let you hurt my
Okay, she
friends.
missed again. We're gonna kill this Darachni. Just don't one-shot everyone. Oh, that concealment. That concealment's so good. Embers suffered crippling wounds. Let's disarm.
Might be trap, might be treasure. This is my kind of work.
This. We saw something over here, I
Follow
believe.
my steps.
Or maybe it was the trap that we saw. Scaver Swarm. What's this one? Okay, it's a dead end. Let's camp here. Oh, Sorio wants to speak to us. After packing up his belongings after the night's camping, Socio finds a place to sit, then pulls out a travel sketchbook and charcoal pencil. Stealing glances in your direction, he draws on the small page with bold, sprawling strokes, his expression shifting between smiling and frowning. Catch his eye and strike a dramatic pose. Thank you, but please don't. Just keep doing whatever you were doing. I'm trying to capture your natural movements. May I see? There's nothing to look at yet. This isn't even a draft, more a series of random sketches. The slope of your neck, the curve of your lips, your gestures. It's not much to look at, but it will be useful if I start working on a real portrait. Are you going to paint my portrait? Yes, but not just yours. I draw everything I see, our companions, our soldiers, sometimes even our enemies. The places we visit, my dreams, my thoughts. Every aspect of this crazy war. I want to capture everything that happens here, both the beautiful and nightmarish. But sometimes I draw you, too. You are a puzzle yet to be solved, a miracle that came from nowhere and turned the tide of this hopeless war. Who is the commander of the Fifth Crusade? Who is she truly? It's difficult to see the truth in a single glance. But perhaps I will better understand you after I capture your image on paper. Well, I won't bother you anymore. And with that, we are going to continue. Try to clear out this cave before we, we're gonna have to go this way. I don't want to trigger this trap. Oh, that's a Draconi.
Right?
And I just walked right into it. Arachni, or whatever it's called.
Cover me, all right?
Fuck you, Valiant. What the fuck was that shit? Ooh, heavy maze. The voice of Hollow. Interesting.
No reason to pause.
You're a good person. I like you.
Okay, let's give this to Remy. Okay, let's save game. Because I'm going to keep exploring with this death's door on us. Which is very, very dumb, but
Pretty good,
I'm
aren't
very curious.
Please, be careful.
Oh, that was almost really, really bad. You literally like, no! Nenio, what the fuck are you doing?
Let's
It's like,
head out.
Connor! What the fuck you doing? Coming, Lieutenant! That's what it reminds me of if you've
This is my
seen
kind
that
of work.
around. Is this back to the start? It is. Let's come this way. Is there maybe something we can go this way for? Or maybe this way? No, not that way. Maybe it's right here. I know there was an athletics check. Right here. Check, failed. Okay, now we got it. Oh! We're leaving. We're leaving. Fuck that. Alright, we're gonna see where else we can go. We're coming back for that Hunter Retriever. I don't know what it is, but I know it's like a boss. That has to be like one of those optional bosses type things, because it is huge, it is angry, and angry, and I do not want to fuck with it. When I know I probably will get fucked up by it.
I'm gone.
So let's look around here, see if there's anything else we can get. I'm a little worried to go back to our camp.
I've spotted something.
Oh. Check.
Follow my steps.
Oh, nature.
It went splendidly.
Demonic bug slime, poisonous not only to everything alive, but also to the land itself. I'm afraid to see our morale, because last time I saw it, our morale was -2.
Let's
Which,
head out.
is not something you want your morale to be. Oh, do we have to exit the area from there? I guess so. Oh, nope, there's an area exit here. Alright, this is our camp. Our camp got moved up. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Tread lightly.
Let's rest, and then we'll talk to people. Let's talk to Anivia. Oh, nope, she doesn't say anything. Alright, let's enter the inconspicuous camp. This is, were, traveling, and we ran into, like, a random event where there was a letter left telling us that if we wanted to talk more, to come here. What the fuck are you? Are you a kobold? The aged kobold sitting by the small campfire greets you with an amicable gesture. He doesn't reach for his weapon or hiss threateningly. All in all, his behavior is highly unusual for one of his kind. His clothes look quite unusual too. Not many kobolds opt for human clothing, nor do they adorn their possessions with spikes or scales. Greetings, my name is Krinuk. I'm all alone here, so you may safely come closer. Dinner will be ready soon. What are you cooking? Judging by its ears and hind legs, it's a hare. Or maybe it's a tiger, depending on your point of view, I suppose. Was it you who left me that note? Of course, who else could it be? I wanted to make sure you were interested in the information I can provide. Who are you? As I've already mentioned, my name is Krinuk, at your service. I am a traveler and a friend to the crusade. I can be your friend too if you are tolerant towards kobolds. They can be good. Wait, what did you just say? Tolerant? Are you sure you're a kobold? Ah, so you saw through my disguise. Krinuk tried to mislead you with sweet words and then ambush you. Of course I'm a kobold. Trust me, you are not the first to be shocked after hearing me speak and realizing that I'm not going to rob or kill you. I'm lucky if representatives of other races want to be seen as intellectuals or decent conversationalists. They have to read a lot of books, refine their manners, possess a passing knowledge of classical theater, and douse themselves in fine perfume. Whereas in my case, all I have to do is not lunge at you with a spear or hiss at every other word. What do you want from me? I want nothing from you. I'm asking for nothing. I'm simply offering help. I sympathize with your cause, so I would like to provide whatever support I can, from time to time. Does that work for you? How exactly can you help me? With advice, mostly. Throughout my life, I've seen a lot, and a piece of timely advice can be extremely valuable. Don't you agree? Of course, if your advisor is a kobold, the merits are not so obvious, but you're in luck. This kobold right here has extensive knowledge of a variety of matters that you may find useful someday. One more thing I have to offer is this hare, after it's cooked. How do you know so much about demons? I've had some experience with them. I don't want to go into the details right now. All I'm saying is that after a rather short and not even hostile encounter with them, I stopped eating meat for several years. What's the catch? No catch. I'm acting for wholly altruistic reasons, but my motives are something I'd rather not reveal. We just met 5 minutes ago. Don't you think it's too early to expect complete candor just yet? As I have already told you, I am a friend of the crusade. You can choose to trust me or you can leave. Thank you. We would appreciate your help. I offer help and ask for nothing in return, so the question is simple. Will you accept the call of friendship from a stranger, or is your distrust stronger than your need for help? We would appreciate your help. Then we have a deal. You won't regret your decision. Just drop by my camp every now and then so we can have a word. Perhaps I'll be able to give you some useful tips. A strange animal for sure, but it seems edible. The energies of the world wound mask everything in illusion. Harmless looking animals try to eat you for dinner. Dangerous paths appear to be straight roads. And your enemies. Sometimes your enemies can look like your friends. Have you ever been in a situation like this? First, you think a person is your friend and ally, but then the scales fall from your eyes and you realize they're actually your sworn enemy. So you catch this person, you tie them up, and then you start thinking, how should you treat them now? Like your enemy? Like your former friend? It's hard to decide. What would you do if one of your friends turned out to be a traitor? I'm not... Well, Stanek did this. Staunton Vaughn, the guy that went with Monago. Are you talking about someone specific? Wow, your question reeks of paranoia. No, I'm not talking about anyone specific. I'm not implicating anyone. I'm sorry, it seems my joke has spoiled your sleep for the next few nights. I try to find out what would force a traitor to reveal the truth about their real masters and do whatever that is. What if you have to threaten them with the death of their family? Or what if you have to grant mercy to someone truly despicable? You don't have to answer. I can tell by your eyes that you're willing to do whatever it takes. And that is correct. If you catch a villain, don't rush to put a noose around their neck. First learn everything they have to tell you. As for principles and morality, you better stuff them in your deepest pocket, and don't bandy them about without good reason. I liked your answer. You obviously think with your head, and don't just parrot the instructions of others. Then again, if we're discussing traitors, it's fortunate that betrayal is not reserved for mortals alone. Demons stab each other in the back far more frequently. The rumor is that there are at least 2 demon stashes within Dresden, filled with arms and supplies that were stolen by Descarites from Baphomite, and vice versa. One of them is near the entrance to the fortress, while another one lies by the entrance to the citadel. Where did you learn that? Gossip, hearsay, the word is an ocean of chatter, and I'm quite a skilled fisherman. Well, that is valuable information. Of course it is. I wouldn't waste your time. So, if you remember from after... from around the time when we took the Great Garrison, we saw, like, a memory of what happened when we were brought to Canabris. It was demons disguised as humans that brought us there to bring an end to Discari and to have an effect on the war. So it seems that there is infighting between the demons. So he could have learned this by seeing it. He could have also learned it from them talking amongst each other. He could be like an agent of some sort. But if he always stays here, then we don't need to worry about him doing that to our crusaders, unless if he has an ambush lying in wait for us next time we show up. But anyway, I hope that when the time comes for you to make real decisions instead of hypothetical ones, your wisdom won't fail you. Just one bad choice can turn a revered leader into a disgraced pariah. I've seen it happen before. I lived through something like that. My tribe suffered a disaster caused by just one bad choice. Can you even imagine? I don't like telling this story, but it might be useful for you to know it. Perhaps it will serve as a warning. Will you tell me? I was born into the mighty and proud tribe of the Night Ruby. Our caves were vast, our mine shafts were rich in quartz and metals, and our underground lakes were brimming with fish. And of course, we had plenty of slaves. The Night Ruby was a model of kobold success. It was tight-knit, greedy, and aggressive tribe that intimidated even a few of the nearby human settlements. But there was a flaw underlying our power. Once long ago, a leader of our tribe signed a pact with devils, promising them the soul of every tribe member in exchange for help and prosperity. Since then, every new All-Watcher had to agree to the pact, and the power of the tribe grew, as did the number of lost souls. It was like that until our leader, Ermac, came to power. She was principled and proud leader and proud elder who didn't want to bend the knee to hell, so she refused to sign the pact, and all kinds of calamities befell our tribe. The tribe was attacked by its neighbors. At the devil's instigation, epidemic broke out. Then our slaves rebelled. They came after their former masters in the dead of night. Our clutches of eggs were ravaged, our altars were desecrated, and our warriors were slain in their burrows. The slaves paid us in full for our cruelty and arrogance. They hunted us, chasing us down through the caves and mine shafts, level by level. When we were finally left alone, we had no idea where we were. All we saw around us was darkness, and lurking in that darkness was bloodthirsty and dangerous predators. 1 second, my mouth is going dry. Excuse me. I think this moment is enough of a cliffhanger to stop there. I have to go. Good luck, I believe you'll need it. Let's look around, see is there anything else in the camp that we can scrounge up. Maybe not his, but just stuff that's like around. Doesn't seem like it.
Let's head out.
Sorry, my kitten is all up in my face right now. So if you hear any purring or anything, or if my voice sounds muffled, that's why.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Oh my god. Am I dead? Am I just SOL? Like, aren't these guys...
Forwards!
Fuck, that was awful. That was
Begone,
really tough.
fiend!
That was very, very, very tough, and we got like nothing out of it. Like literally nothing.
Let us be careful.
Well, we know not to come here. That's like all we got from this is a lesson. We're not strong enough to cross that river. But since I needed to come here to rest, because we're all sorts of fucked up right now. Okay, why is our host not with us? Since we're all sorts of fucked up right now, let's go rest, and then after that we'll go talk to the queen. Oh wait, we'll actually end it right after this. Hey, little one. They say you can do magic. Can you heal me?
Yes.
Of course. Thank you. That's so much better. How old are you? You're only a child. I have a granddaughter at home, just like you. Oh, little girl, how did you end up here? What are you doing here in the thick of it with us? I'm just like you. I came to the thick so that the thick wouldn't come to the other kids, like your granddaughter. Well, I'll be so little and yet more courage than some officers. Talking to you takes a load off my mind. I reckon it's not just my harm you healed. Hi. It's weird, most of the soldiers are very religious, but they look at you and me, two atheists, as if we're saints. Is it really so unusual? These good people are scared. They want someone to take care of them. Some turn to the gods, others turn to their commanders. And still others rely on those who can impress them with big speeches or magic tricks. But the truth is, they all just want to be little again, with their mom and dad holding them tight and shielding them from harm. Everyone wants that. It's a pity it can't happen. But you know, it's surprising. So many soldiers come to me. They say I bring them comfort, that I give them strength. But I don't do anything like that at all. I only talk to them nicely. I'm just a feather-brained little girl. What if something I say is wrong? Maybe I should keep quiet, but I can tell that my words make them feel better. I guess I'm confused. Don't second-guess yourself. You're helping all of us. The soldiers, our companions, and me. You think so? I think I'm just wandering around saying silly things. Alright, it must be true if you say so. Interesting. We're going to end the episode there. In the next episode, we'll continue on with the story, do any of the side quests, other hidden areas and stuff like that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.